Feiwatemi.
Hi, this is Tony Pazensky, and I'm going to give you a course called the Brazil Modules, How to Behave in Brazil. We're going to cover language, where to stay, how to behave in the academy, things to eat so you don't get sick, how to hang out on the beach, and some other things that are very important for people that are interested in doing jiu-jitsu in Brazil, coming from the United States, and how to behave so you can save some money and things like that when you get to Brazil. As the expression goes, if you want to know the road ahead, ask somebody coming back. And after I've been to Brazil 1999, 2001, 2005, and twice in 2012. So I wanted to share some of my insights. Let's get started. First, there's a picture of me and my girl Layala, and she's a very beautiful girl. And over the last year, I was able to go down there twice and train jiu-jitsu. Here's a picture of me at the Checkmate Academy in Umbalaja. And I was able to train jiu-jitsu in Rio and São Paulo and uh, some different spots in Umbalaja. So it's been very interesting to see the different jiu-jitsu and trends, things like that. The basics. You're going to need your passport. After you have your passport, you're going to need a round-trip ticket, and when you have a round-trip ticket, you can file for your visa. You need a visa to enter to Brazil, and you're going to have to do that within your respected state that you're coming from if you're a United States citizen. And with that visa, you'll be able to stay for 90 days. A lot of people will refile at the police station or cross the border into another country and then come back and stamp it if you want to stay longer. Of course, that's for the basic tourist visa. There are other types of visas, but that was for your respected career if you're a journalist or something like that. The best bet is grab your passport and get your visa, because then from there you can use your visa for over a 5 to 10 year period, no problem, as long as your passport is still legible. Also, in learning Brazilian Portuguese, I had a difficult time using programs like Rosetta Stone and a program called Babbel.com. I really felt that these programs were boring to me, and the Babbel.com was like second grade grammar school to me, and it really was repetitive and boring. I came across Mango Languages. I did the free trial, and it was amazing. For Brazilian Portuguese, you can learn in journeys. Journey 1 is like you're going to be a really good tourist. You're going to be able to get around and know some basic phrases and have the foundation to build. Journey 2 is more specific to inviting people into your home, small talk, conversation, dating, things like that. And then in Journey 3, you're going to be like a well-versed someone in Brazilian Portuguese. You can debate, you can have discussions and things like that. So for $79, you can have almost 50 lessons in Brazilian Portuguese. It's a really good investment. And for all 3 journeys, I think it's like $179. And if you get it on a sale, it's definitely worth your while. So check out Mango Languages, pick the languages you want to practice, and give it a shot. In this case, it's Brazilian Portuguese. One more important thing is when you go down there with your computer and your laptop and your cell phone, you're going to need a charger adapter for the cord. And you can Google search a travel grounded power adapter. That's something that you want to put in your bag. And also bring with you something for your stomach. In 1999, I was brushing my teeth with the sink water, and I came back from Brazil and had bacteria in my stomach, and I was very, very sick. So one of my recent trips to Brazil, I just had my stomach just wasn't feeling right, and I needed to go to the drugstore down there to get something for my stomach. So I really wish I would have brought something for the pain. And lastly, if you're going to be training a lot of jiu-jitsu, it's going to be difficult to wash your gis every single day in the laundromat. So please bring a portable clothes hanging cord that you can hang up in your room or over the balcony or something like that. That's going to be very, very helpful to you. And I'm going to tell you about a policy on airports. If you are getting on a flight from Sao Paulo to Brazil, and in the morning you wake up and you're going to make a trip to Rio, please don't miss your flight. Because even though you paid online and you got this really nice discount through whatever respected website it was, if you miss your flight, what happens in Brazil is they do not honor your discounted rate, and they don't just put you on the next flight to Rio de Janeiro. You have to pay the full rate of the next flight to Rio de Janeiro, or the balance. So if you paid $200 for your ticket, and the day of that flight it cost $800, you need to make up a $600 difference. This happened to me. I had a flight from Umbalaja to Rio de Janeiro, and then I was going to jump on a bus to Bugios. And in the morning, I was 10 minutes late, and they were like, "No, this is how it is." On the frying pan, it was in Portuguese, and it just said, "You know, you miss your flight, you have to pay the difference." So that's a good way to save hundreds of dollars. Where to stay? In Rio de Janeiro, if you're going to be doing jiu-jitsu and you're gonna spend the most money in your housing, check out connectionrio.com and look up Dennis. Dennis is an American guy. He runs a jiu-jitsu style hostel down there, and he can hook you up with all different types of tourism, surfing, sky gliding, and all these other things. It's like the one-stop place for jiu-jitsu guys around the world. It doesn't matter what language you speak. ConnectionRio.com is going to hook you up. Another service in traveling, if you're a fighter, if you want to go to Thailand and train in Brazil and do submission fighting and jiu-jitsu, the website is fighttravel.ca. CA is usually Canada, but you can get a really nice package for jiu-jitsu and get your housing and your tuition for schools covered. So definitely check out these two websites. Hotels and hostels. Hotels, you're going to spend the most money. If you're in Rio de Janeiro, for example, I stayed one night near the beaches, and it was like a quick booking of, I need a place to stay for the night. If I would have booked in advance, it would have been less expensive, but I spent like $300 for right near the beach. It was right past Ipanema, and it was in Apador. So a $300 stay for one night is kind of like too much money for me to spend. I don't want to be spending that if you're going to be spending two weeks at a time. A hostel would be a nice way to go, although it's not a jiu-jitsu hostel. So if you're going to check out hostels, I would look up Dennis for Rio de Janeiro. But if you're going to be traveling different spots, these are your two options. If you're going to be looking to stay longer, I remember my first or second stay in 2001, I rented an apartment or a flat, and the cost for the month was $600. And I went through like apartment rentals, RioDeJaneiro.com. I did a Google search, and I made a connection with someone down there, emailed back and forth, and here it ended up being $600 cash. That was 10 years ago, or a little bit like maybe 9 years ago. Prices probably come up, but it's if you want your privacy, a good suggestion is to rent out a flat or an apartment.